Hello, Planet. It's I, Unknown ABT, here with a somewhat different video. Instead of doing the weekly profile, I thought that I might as well be posting about the new box, or mini box, in Duel Links. Yay! So in Rush Duel Links, we have a new box called Genesis Maximum, introducing Maximum Monsters. Yay! We have two Maximum Monsters in the set, and we do have one additional Maximum Monster we'll be talking about later in the video. But I'm going to be just telling you about some of the cards that you should probably be looking out for in this set. Something that for long term and short term. To start us off, we do have two of our URs, which is going to be Supreme Maximum Overlord and the Drago Sky Emperor. Both their materials are rare cards. Thank you, Konami. So I don't think currently that these cards are going to have much in terms of long-term gameplay, because once more Maximums come out, these are going to be quickly outdated. But for the time being, there could be potential play for Yggdrago, or even then, even Magnum Overlord. Magnum Overlord has seen a lot of competitive success, being a sort of a card that you want to pocket in your hand in order to OTK your opponent fairly easily. So it does have trap protection. That means your opponent can't widespread ruin. So that could lead to a few things here and there, but we'll have to wait and see more about how people use this with skills. So, of course, you also want to buy the bundle, by the way, which has Tribute to the Doom. Very important card. That's going to be your main way you want to outmax monsters. There's another way in the set. Another noteworthy card is Rising Light Angel Essel. This card isn't actually too phenomenal in metagame, but you do see a lot of competitive lists playing one copy of this. Why? Because sometimes you might draw it on turn 2. Even then, if you don't, it's a decent Mo 2 card. At the start of your turn, just Mo 2. You're going second, you Mo 2. Hopefully special summon a high level from your opponent's grave, but this isn't going to be something that you want to always be playing. If you have an empty space in your deck and you just feel like taking the chance, go ahead, play one copy of it, never more than one. Shadow Buyer, this is going to be a Met staple for all Fiend players. This is going to be your main way of getting high-level Fiends on field. This card recycles. It is a forever staple in Fiend. You will never not see a Fiend list with this card in it. This is definitely something you want if you want to play Fiends. Next to that is Censor Duckbill. Duckbill is a general add-back Thunder monster, which currently is Trigger Drago and Destroyer. There's not much of a reason to use it right now, but later in the future, this card is going to be incredibly broken. And once we eventually, maybe if we get Zaborg, this will do pretty well. Besides that, we also have Talismanic Seal Array. This is going to be one of your other main ways of getting into or outing maximum monsters or high-level monsters. This is another undying staple of Rush Duel. Usually play about one copy of this. You can play one or two copies. If you want to play three, that's fine. Just know it can clog your back row. Later down the line, Royal Rebel Invasion, it does have a skill that does support it, but it's not fantastic. The reason that you might need this later is because of Royal Rebel's Echo makes this card into a very decent engine. Seven's Road Mage is something that you definitely want to get for your Seven's Road deck for your spellcaster player. This is a very important card, as you don't really have many good other stat reducers in spellcaster right now, but this card does a phenomenal job at beating over high-level monsters, and it's very useful with Seven's Road Magician. Of course, you have your discard one, draw one for Fiends. General stable, that's definitely something you want to get. MST for Thunder, MST for Machine. The Machine one is definitely going to be competitively viable right off the gate, because Light Machine is going to go nuts with this set. Of course, I already went over your general low-level maximum monsters, so you're always going to want that. If you're looking for another spellcaster 15k beat stick, Clay Sorcerer is always going to be a good option. And, you know, your bird stuff, yeah. The rest of this, there isn't much else realistically to be playing in here, though of course you do have your general beat sticks, Connector Dog, Surge Bolt Lizard. Later down the line, maybe Karate the Talismanic Warrior can be decent, but we don't, unless we get the other Talismanic cards very late in the game, this card might be a little bit useless. But, you know, later down the line, of course, Fusion Material, Fusion Material, Fusion Material, Fusion Material, Fusion Material. I think maybe Fusion Material, I don't know. But yeah, that's for the main set of what you should keep an eye out for. With that, there's also another tab I will getting over to. Okay, here we have one of the other leaked cards, so we believe that this is going to be the level up rewards, these three, for Neil. No, we don't know the exact number right now, We do know Femtron is 100% going to be in here, considering the fact that everything mentions Femtron in the deck, and you kind of need Femtron. MST, that's just a general thing that everyone's going to be getting in the skill, but definitely if you're playing Cybers, you want to play Parallax Accelerator, you want to play Femtron, you have to play Femtron. Should you be playing Mani? Questionable. If you're playing Cybers, you will more than likely be focusing on Yggdrago, or you're going to be focusing on a Shoot Hydran, though I can't say in the current moment if that's going to be any useful per se. But definitely this is going to be some of the cards you want to farm for, because we do get high Picatron. Femtron is going to be a huge card. I can't currently speak for dinosaurs, but I do not believe that dinosaurs are going to be very important. Now on to the last card I want to talk about, which is the promotional drop card for the upcoming event in 2 days, I believe, or 1 day in terms of when the video is posted. It is Harpy Lady Sisters. Whoa! Now, they are going to be nerfing this a fair bit. Harpy Lady Sisters is going to be limit 3 on release, and you can get 3 copies of it, but you can only get 1 copy of both L and R, which is kind of hindering the deck a little bit, and especially since we do not have any of their support spells, like Elegant Egotist, it's going to be a lot less powerful than you would probably think. But we do have stuff like Trick Pigeon and other Winged Beast support, so there is potential in this deck possibly getting into the metagame, especially when you still do have their self-protection, can't be destroyed by traps, can't be destroyed by monster effects. They still have their self-protection, and if you do maximum summon it, it can be pretty difficult for your opponent to out it. So definitely do whatever you can, get the 2 other copies of Harpy Lady Sisters. Even if you don't want to play a maximum deck, just having 3 copies of Harpy Lady Sisters is going to be very good for the future. Even if it's not going to be too great now, this is going to be the best maximum currently in the game, even if it is a little bit lower on end. Plus, it's the only maximum you can realistically play outside of maximum mode. So guys, I hope that was a good little insight into what you should be keeping an eye on in the upcoming set. I hope you all are excited for the release of the new box and Neil in about, for me, 2 days. For you guys, probably 1 day, maybe 2 days. I don't know nor remember. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope this was very informative to you. Anyway, guys, I'll see y'all next time.